In this video, I'm going to be going over all of the best cards to be buying right now in NBA 2K25 My Team after the market has gone down a pretty big amount because of the new festival dropping in the Festival of Champions, but also because we have now got our first GOAT card in packs and GOAT Michael Jordan. So now he's in the game. The market has gone down quite a bit, and I want to talk about in this video what are the best cards to be picking up and adding to your guys' team. So first off, I want to take a look at how much GOAT Jordan is actually selling for, and I mean there's not too many up on the auction house, but I guess there's quite a bit for a GOAT card. I mean, it makes sense because, you know, there's a lot of people obviously ripping packs for the GOAT MJ and a lot of people ripping packs for 100 over LeBron and some really top tier cards. So the thing about Jordan is, yes, he is extremely expensive. I mean, he's just going to go for a crazy amount, so I don't think this card is necessarily worth picking up and adding to your guys' team. Now, talking about the Invincibles from yesterday's drop specifically, Kristaps, I mean, he's expensive. He goes for about 5 mil, maybe a little bit lower. I don't know if he's necessarily too great of a pickup just because of how expensive he is. Now, I will say the Invincible cards don't seem really worth it at this stage of the year. They just seem so expensive. Like, the only good value one I can think of is probably Rudy Gay, just because of the fact that he's not too expensive and he's like an end game shooting guard. But all the other Invincibles are just so rare and so expensive. I mean, there's probably not even a Victor Wembanyama. There's one Wemby up with 40 legend badges for 12 million MT. It's just crazy how much these cards go for and just how rare they are. And I want to talk about the reason why Dr. J is down in price, because there is currently a 40 legend badge Dr. J only selling for about 1 million MT. And the shooting guard market has gone down quite a bit in price because of the fact that Cedric Maxwell is honestly just as good as these Invincible shooting guards. I'm not even kidding. Cedric Maxwell is on the same level as Dr. J, and I wouldn't call you crazy if you said he's better than Dr. J or maybe even a Tracy McGrady. He's probably better than Carmelo. He's definitely better than Kawhi. You know, he's probably on the same level as like a Rudy Gay. He is seriously that good at the shooting guard position. So the shooting guard market has gone down quite a bit in price. So if you guys want to pick up some shooting guards, you can. I think we'll talk about some more shooting guards here in a second. We'll talk about cards like Rick Barry that I do believe are buy now prices. I mean, he's gone down so much in price. He was always like, 125, 150. He's now down to 50K for Rick Barry. That is an insane price. So I think the shooting guard market, and I want to talk about some shooting guards here to start out with, because the shooting guards have gone down a ton in price. I think that is mainly due to Cedric Maxwell and also Richard Jefferson dropping for free in the new Champions of Festival set. But yeah, Franz has gone down in price. He's like 90K. Not a bad pickup for that price. 6'10" at shooting guard with a great jump shot. If we talk about cards like a Men Thompson, he's also really good at shooting guard, and I feel like he's very close to a buy now. I was checking earlier in a separate video and he wasn't a buy now price, but I mean, you could probably get this card for like 110, 125, at least when it comes to a bid snipe. Even though there's none up for a buy now price, we can see this one right here. I mean, a minute remaining with 2 legend badges probably doesn't even have a bid on it. So you can get this card for like 110 at the most, and he's still really good at the shooting guard position. So I mean, going and buying shooting guards right now is a great time to do so. When it comes to the value of the cards, I think Dark Matter Kawhi is also a great pickup at the shooting guard position. But just first wanted to talk about like what are the best shooting guards to buy in this game right now, because those seem to be the cards that have gone down the most in price. Again, mainly due to that Cedric Maxwell being free and available to pretty much everybody in this game. You can pretty much load up the game, type in that locker code, get your free GOAT event piece, downgraded to 24 Dark Matter pieces. Then you only need 6 more to get Cedric Maxwell. So that card is very accessible to everybody in this game, and that's why the shooting guards have gone down in price. But now let's talk about the newest set, and let's talk about the champion set and which cards look worth it and adding, worth picking up and adding to your guys' team. So talking about 100 overall Giannis, he's still very good. I feel like he's underrated, even though people are like hating because he doesn't have the same Invincible SIGs and his jump shot got changed a little bit. But this card is still really good. Now, is he a million MT good at the power forward position? I'm gonna say no. If he could play small forward and he was only going for about 1 million MT, I would say this card's actually worth picking up because he would be so good at the small forward position. But yes, at power forward, I don't think he's worth 1 million MT. Now, talking about 100 overall LeBron, I know he is expensive. I know he's 2 million MT. But if you guys have a lot of MT to spend, I think this is a great pickup. He is literally Invincible LeBron with actually a better jump shot than Invincible LeBron in my opinion, because he does have the Matt Ryan base instead of the Curry base, with also still the Oscar upper. I actually do like his jump shot personally more on his 100 overall card, and he is the exact same animations wise when it comes to the dribble sigs, Garland dribble style, Steve Francis size up. I think he has Kemba, or does he have Curry? No, I think he has Curry escape and Trey behind the back. So I mean, this card literally is Invincible LeBron, but at the small forward position. And yeah, Invincible LeBron is definitely valuable because he can play point guard, and I'm sure this card's gone down in price quite a bit because again, it's the same card but at small forward with actually a better jump shot. So I do think if you can't afford the Invincible, or if you don't want LeBron at point guard and you're fine running him at small forward, this card's actually a really good pickup. Again, for people that have a lot of MT and want to spend, quite a bit of MT on a position, I do think if you need a small forward, getting 100 overall LeBron is actually a really good pickup. Tony Parker, I mean, stay away from this card. He's literally 100 overall and a buy now for a reason. Kevin Durant, sort of the same thing as Giannis. If he could play shooting guard, would this card be worth $1 million MT? Probably. He's still a good small forward for sure. They did change his jump shot back to his own release, but it's still a great jump shot, and he has his invincible sig still, so he has that Garland dribble style, Steve Francis size up, Kemba or Curry escape, I don't remember which one he has, and then also the Trey behind the back. So these cards are very similar. LeBron and KD, they're very similar to their invincible cards. So I mean, Kevin Durant's not a bad buy at small forward either. I think if you're going to spend this much, try to get LeBron, but if you can't get LeBron, I mean, yeah, it's expensive, and I'm talking about some expensive cards to start off this video, with which cards to buy and the best cards to buy. But I mean, if you're looking to spend a lot of MT, I feel like LeBron and Kevin Durant are actually two really good pickups. But now we'll talk about a cheaper small forward. I mean, Dark Matters just go for absolutely nothing. This is a small forward Dolph Shays card that is actually really good. I mean, his jump shot is amazing. He's basically just a better Terry Dishinger, and I think he's a great pickup at the small forward position. I will say Ron Harper for a point guard is great defensively. Again, trying to give you guys some cheaper and some budget options, not just going to talk about the cards that go for like $1 million MT. But yeah, I mean, this card for 30K, he's 6'6" at point guard. He is great defensively. He's got 98 steal, 98 perimeter, but his jump shot is so good, dude. His jump shot is actually amazing. I believe it's the Kyle Lowry base with the GG Jackson upper on very quick timing, and it's one of the easiest jump shots to green in this entire game. So I do think Ron Harper and Dolph Shays are easily the two best cards to buy from this champion set. If you guys want some budget options, Trevor Ariza, a really good 3-and-D budget shooting guard. Sean Livingston, a very good budget point guard in this game as well. Those are like the four main cards I'd look to pick up from this section of the champion set. Again, from the 100 overalls, I think LeBron and Kevin Durant are probably the two best pickups. I know they're expensive, but I do think they're worth their price if you have that much MT to spend on a card at this point in the year. Now, talking about the Splash Zone set, honestly, these 100 overall cards were just not worth it in my opinion. I mean, maybe Steve Nash because he's extremely cheap and he's actually a fun, good offensive point guard to use, and I wouldn't be surprised if Steve Nash does become a buy now. Probably next week, I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes a buy now, but I would stay away from these Splash Zone 100 overall cards, but I would focus on cards like Vladimir, a card that is now a buy now as well. I forgot to talk about this in my market talk video, but this card's down to like 75k, maybe even 70,000 MT. This is an amazing buy at small forward. If you guys need a small forward, go ahead, pick up this card. His jump shot's amazing. His sigs are really good. He's 6'10" at small forward. He's a great defender. He's an absolute beast and an amazing pickup. Deron Williams, an insanely fun point guard to use for now like 25k. Like, these Dark Matters are now becoming budget cards that are all very good. This card's jump shot is elite. His sigs are literally the best dribble sigs in this game, and he's actually a good defender on the perimeter. So I do like Deron Williams and Vladimir as great pickups from the Splash Zone set. And then you still got Jalen Suggs for literally 5,000 MT. 5,000 MT for pretty much Dark Matter Caruso. He's a great defensive point guard, 6'5", Garland dribble style, has a good jump shot. He's an amazing pickup at the budget tier. And then you got Pink Diamond Josh Childress for literally 4,000 MT, 5,000 MT. He's a really good 6'8" shooting guard. If you need another shooting guard to go alongside Cedric Maxwell, or maybe you don't want to spend the more MT to get into Men Thompson or Rick Barry, whatever shooting guard in this game, just go get Josh Childress. He's 6'8", an absolute budget beast, easily the best budget card in this entire game. Going on over to the vibe set. Honestly, guys, this vibe set is really bad. Now, Glenn Rice, he's really good, but he has plummeted in price. And the reason why he's plummeted in price is because Cedric Maxwell is basically the same card at the shooting guard position. And again, you can get that card for completely free, but I do think Glenn Rice is still a very good shooting guard option. But then I would stay away from pretty much everything else in the vibe set besides like Brad Miller. He's a good power forward for 45k. He does have a good jump shot, good sigs, and also very good defense at the power forward position. Downtown, Rick Barry, I mean, like we talked about earlier, he's an amazing pickup. Artis Gilmore, if you need a big and you can't afford like a Mark Eden or Dikembe Mutombo, and you're looking for a tall center who's 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan, this card's really good defensively. Not as good as Mark Eden, Not as good as Dikembe Mutombo, nowhere near as good as Dikembe Mutombo, but this card's still good, so I do want to recommend him as a nice pickup at the power forward position. That's pretty much it when it comes to this downtown set. I think Rick Barry and Artis Gilmore are both great pickups. Now going over to the Skyline set, please stay away from these 100 overall cards. I know they've gone down in price and they're really not that expensive, but they are also not good. I mean, they are just not great cards in my personal opinion. From the Skyline set, I really like Franz as a pickup. I really like Mike Miller. He's another Dark Matter card that has gone down to below 30,000 MT. Just unbelievably cheap for how good these cards are. Jack Sigma, he's also gone down in price, I do believe. Actually, he's held his price value. He's still about 100,000 MT. But then Brandon Miller, you look at his price and yeah, he's gone down a little bit. He's down to what, 55k, maybe 45k right there, 44k. This card's gone back down quite a bit in price. 6'7" at shooting guard, has a good jump shot. A lot of great Dark Matters in this Skyline set. Now going back over to Season 6, Denny is an amazing pickup in this game. He's dropped below a buy now price. So now Denny's a point guard that is an amazing pickup. Andrew Bogut, maybe don't buy him on the auction house, but just go over to the festival exchanges and scroll over till you find Andrew Bogut and the dynamic duo, and all you have to exchange is one Galaxy Opal piece. You exchange this one Galaxy Opal piece and you get Andrew Bogut for completely free. So maybe don't go buy this card in the auction house, but he's a great point guard to have that you guys can get for completely free. So yeah, I do think Denny, Andrew Bogut are the two best cards to look to pick up and add to your team from the out of position set. From glitched, I know they're still expensive, but Dikembe Mutombo is an absolute beast. Mark Eden is an absolute giant at the center position, 7'4" with a 7'8" wingspan. If you're looking for a giant center, Mark Eden is still a great pickup. You know, Amen Thompson, like we talked about earlier, he's an amazing pickup at the shooting guard position. And then going over to the Pantheon set, you got Dark Matter Sar, really good power forward in this game. You got Luol Deng, another card that has gone down even more in price. Like Luol Deng for 70k, that is just an insane deal. He is such a good defensive small forward with one of the best catch and shoot jump shots in this entire game. Talking about the prime set, Dark Matter Beasley, still a very good buy. Yes, he's not gone down too much in price, but he's still one of the best small forwards in this entire game. Manu Ginobili, a card that's gone down quite a bit in price. He was up to like 70, 80k. Now it looks like Manu Ginobili is more in like the 45 to 50k price range, and he's a very nice point guard for that price tag. Roy Hibbert's not bad for his price as well as a good defensive center. And then for this, from the Signature Series set, you got AK-47, who has now also become a buy now price of about 95 or 85,000 MT actually. And AK is just like Luol Deng, crazy good defensively, 98 in the defensive category with one of the best catch and shoot jump shots in this entire game. And then you got Stephon Castle, also back down in that buy now price for about maybe 90k, 86k right there. He's a really good defensive point guard, 6'7" with a nice jump shot. And then yeah, those are all the best cards to probably be buying in the Season 6 promo, promo sets. Tim Thomas, he's good. I don't believe he's a buy now price, so I'd prefer to go get AK or Luol Deng in my opinion. He's not much more than 100,000 MT, but I would say go get AK, go get Vladimir, go get Luol Deng before you get Tim Thomas in my opinion. And that's about it. Is Bull dropping in price? I wouldn't be surprised if this card gets close to a buy now, just because I don't think he's all that good at the power forward position. But now moving on to Season 5, there's not too many cards to talk about from Season 5, but I think Kawhi's still pretty good. I mean, Carlos Boozer and Tyler Hansbrough are decent. Dark Matter Kareem is still pretty good. He's another card that has come down in price. But realistically, there's not too many cards to talk about when we get to, obviously, the Season 5 set. Now, the 100 overall cards in the game, like Shea, could potentially be a good pickup, from Season 5. Maybe you want to go after MJ. I'm sure he's gone down in price. Like, MJ is not a bad pickup in this game if you want the 100 overall MJ. I hope Shaq would go down in price, but this card still seems extremely expensive in the game right now. Kristaps, he might have gone down in price again, but no, it doesn't look like that. I mean, I think MJ is a really good pickup in this game, though, at the point guard position. And yeah, guys, that's going to round it out. Galaxy Opal Wemby, he's a good buy at center. I mean, he's another card that's gone down in price as well because of the market crash. And yeah, that's going to do it, guys. If you want a cheaper Michael Beasley, go ahead, get his pink diamond for, I mean, what, literally 15 to 20k, maybe even lower, like 10 to 15k. Go get pink diamond Beasley if you can't afford his Dark Matter. But yeah, hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and now you guys know what are the best cards to be buying right now in my team, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.